Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. Cody Rhodes put together his ultimate pro wrestler. Cody Rhodes was a guest on Hot Ones, and they asked him to build the ultimate pro wrestler. And here is what Cody Rhodes had to say. He said, "Look, it was Austin Theory. Wrestling, it was Bret Hart. Finisher, it was the Hogan leg drop or Stone Cold Steve Austin's stunner. And Mike Skills, it was Paul Heyman and John Cena." I don't mind those picks from Cody Rhodes. I think the Austin Theory one is spot on. Austin Theory's look is incredible and doesn't get enough credit for how good he looks, how good he moves in the ring, his selling ability, like everything about that thing, his body when it comes to Austin Theory is really, really good. I mean, I've known Austin Theory for a very long time. We wrestled on the independents together. This guy, Austin Theory, absolutely loves being a professional wrestler, and his body and his work ethic and the way he goes about his business prove that with his actions. So I think the Austin Theory pick is quite good. And then we go to wrestling with Bret Hart. That's an easy pick. Bret Hart's one of the best technicians of all time, right? The excellence of execution. So I don't have no problem with Bret Hart. That's an amazing pick there from Cody Rhodes. Hogan's leg drop, not super sold on that. That's more of a mid-match move. Hogan just made the finisher great because it was Hulk Hogan. But nowadays a leg drop, unless from the top rope, wouldn't be seen as a finisher. So maybe that's the difference in times. But I don't love, it's not like a super impactful move. Like the stunner, boom, out of nowhere. The leg drop can't really be hit out of nowhere, so it makes it a lot of like setup and stuff. You have to do the whole thing kind of like the people's elbow, but the people's elbow was more exciting because of how The Rock made it, throwing the elbow guard, running back and forth, all those sorts of things. The leg drop I just don't see as like a big, powerful, impactful move, but maybe since Hulk Hogan just passed away, he was on the top of mind for Cody Rhodes. He was thinking about him, and he wanted to mention it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, great move, out of nowhere. Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the best. You can sell the stunner in totally different ways. You can sell it like Vince McMahon botching it, or you can sell it like Austin Theory where he jumps like crazy out of the ring, or whatever the case may be. So that's a good one. And then Mike Skills, easy pick there with Paul Heyman, the best to ever do it at his job. And John Cena can go toe to toe with literally anyone. So I like those picks from Cody Rhodes. Now let me share my picks with you. I said look was like peak Triple H when he was just geezed and jacked out of his mind. I think at that time he probably started with working with Joe DeFranco when his body got in really, really, really good shape. Also when he stopped really working out like a bodybuilder and working out more like a professional wrestler. But like in 2002, Triple H was working out like a bodybuilder and obviously on steroids, looked absolutely incredible. But I think that look from peak Triple H is really good. But I also want someone in the ring whose look allows them to move. But I want someone in the ring also where it looks like they're a mean, bad motherfucker, right? Where they can really beat someone up. That's what the look is for. That's why certain looks were great. That's why Gunther's look is great. That's why Kevin Owens' look is perfect for him. But if I'm building a wrestler from scratch, I'm going peak Triple H, or I'm going Randy Orton's look. Because Randy Orton's look is big, is tough, but he's not too big. Looks like he can wrestle sort of anyone, any style. So my look would be peak Triple H. Austin Theory is a great one. Randy Orton, right? Things like that. And then wrestling-wise, I'm going straight Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, those are sort of the two that I would combine if you're going to be like the best wrestler in the world. You know, you could say like Daniel Bryan is a combination of Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels because he can do some high-flying stuff. He's also a technician. He also hits really hard, things of that nature. But if I'm going straight wrestling ability, I'm going Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels. And those guys had oodles of charisma as well. And what made them also great as wrestling is their ability to sell. Kurt Angle was a great seller, so was Shawn Michaels, but they could also go on offense. They could do a bunch of different things. I mean, Kurt Angle could wrestle Brock Lesnar, and then he could also wrestle Rey Mysterio. We know how good Shawn Michaels is in the ring. And so I go wrestling, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, and then my finisher, easy, my favorite finisher of all time is the RKO, Randy Orton, best finisher of all time, better than any other finisher ever. Yes, everyone does the cutter, people do cutters all the time, but Randy Orton is Randy Orton, and his is the best finisher of all time, and I would give that to a professional wrestler if I was building them from the ground up. Like JBL says, if you were to build a wrestler from the ground up in a lab, it would look like Randy Orton, and right now I have my look from Randy Orton or Triple H, and my finisher from Randy Orton, so JBL, again, not wrong. And then my mic skills would be Macho Man Randy Savage and The Miz. Macho Man Randy Savage and The Miz. I mean, the Macho Man on the mic, unbeatable. His catchphrases, his charisma, his believability, everything about the Macho Man is amazing. I mean, the Macho Man is in my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is John Cena, Macho Man Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton. If you couldn't tell, that's my Mount Rushmore. That's why they're all over this list. John Cena, Macho Man Randy Savage, Randy Orton, and Shawn Michaels are my Mount Rushmore. It might be a little biased. They might be my favorite wrestlers of all time, but I also think they're the best wrestlers of all time, full package, all that stuff, 5-tool players, things of that nature. And so my mic skills are Macho Man and The Miz. And then I want to share one other one. This is from my buddy Kyle, just to, how hard it is to pick all different wrestlers to build the ultimate pro wrestler from the ground up. My buddy Kyle, his picks were look were Brock Lesnar, wrestling ability Bryan Danielson, finishers the Jackknife Powerbomb, and mic skills were CM Punk. Yeah, I'm not super happy that CM Punk is on his list, but I do give it to CM Punk. CM Punk is one of the best talkers of all time, and he elevates everyone that he's in the ring with. I just think CM Punk is a fraud. And so that's what I think. If you're going to build the ultimate pro wrestler, you get thoughts from Cody Rhodes, you get my thoughts. If you're going to build the ultimate pro wrestler, you got to have the best in the world in there. I mean, again, my Mount Rushmore: John Cena, Macho Man Randy Savage, Randy Orton, and Shawn Michaels. And so those guys are going to be in my ultimate pro wrestler because I think they're the best wrestlers of all time. And then speaking of my boy Triple H, we saw Triple H at the White House with Donald Trump's initiative to basically make America fit again, which I think is a fantastic initiative. I mean, professional wrestling, watching WWE on TV was the reason why I started working out. I saw professional wrestling, WWE, on TV when I was 12, 13. It's I want to be like these guys. I want to be like the superheroes I read. I want to be like the professional baseball players. I want to be big. I want to be jacked. I want to be strong. I want to be able to put my headband over my arm like John Cena. And that's what got me into the gym. That's what got me into the gym working out. And I've worked out pretty much every single day of my life since I was 13 years old. I'm 33 years old now. So for the last 20 years, health, fitness, exercise, nutrition have been a very, very instrumental part of my life. And outside of maybe my parents and playing baseball and being a pro wrestler, the gym has ultimately made me the person that I am today. And I think it's unbelievably awesome that Triple H is there to make America fit again and actually teach our young kids and our young people the importance of health and nutrition and taking care of ourselves and our well-being and just making that a priority for every single one of us so we know when we get older, we have the ability to take care of ourselves because we made it such a priority when we were younger. And I think a professional wrestler and professional athletes are the best to drive that because they've used their body and their work ethic and their determination and their discipline to become the athletes that they are. And young kids can look up to that. And I think we have to teach young kids that they can take care of themselves. They can take care of their bodies, their minds, their souls, all with just small effort day in, day out that builds on top of each other, making these habits too small to fail. As a country, I think is amazing. Triple H was at the White House to start that initiative off. And so that's very, very cool. But I also just wanted to share how much the gym and health and fitness have changed my life. And hopefully it can do the same for many, many, many other young kids around the world. So that's all I have for you today. Please comment below what you think, your thoughts about the ultimate pro wrestler are. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.